Welcome to the Inc. Productivity Tip of the Day. Today's tip: 10 strategies to keep your new business ahead of competitors. Most experts agree that the pace of business change is increasing, and all the business owners I know are struggling to keep up, much less surpass the wealth of global competitors now entering the market. Based on my own experience as a business executive, I believe it's time to be more proactive in preparing for change, rather than just reacting to the latest growth crisis. That means working harder both outside and inside your business to anticipate changes that are coming before you even know what they are. The traditional guidance of keep your head down and drive your dream to success is no longer adequate. You need a groundswell of external and internal support to keep your head above water. Here are a few key strategies I recommend for a client to survive and thrive today. The first ones address trends that I see in the market now, while the rest are meant to force you to proactively manage your team and organization to anticipate changes you will face ahead. Networking to build and maintain relationships with the right people outside your company is something you can't forget in the rush to get your new business going. Potential customers these days rely more and more on name recognition for credibility and new brand adoption. These days, customers are drawn to support-worthy causes, such as saving the environment or feeding the hungry. For example, consider Whole Foods, whose focus on healthy foods and a sustainable environment is legendary, even though their prices are often a bit higher. Most new businesses need 3 to 5 advisors or board members to regularly evaluate progress and resource needs, as well as your own leadership. These advisors need a stake in your success, like a monthly stipend or an equity share of the business. This is not a place for friends and family. Focus on a customer pain that your solution satisfies better than any competitor. Quantify the results and avoid fuzzy jargon like better usability, advanced technology, or more productivity. Client cost differentials of less than 20% are usually not enough to incent change. Before you spend big money on inventory and scale over a wide area, make sure you have finalized your marketing, manufacturing, and distribution resources. Many new businesses have lost their credibility by not being able to deliver, or having a major recall early in the growth cycle. In the chaos of scaling, it's hard to identify and fix weaknesses before they become a crisis. Be transparent with your team on both problems and successes, as you need to keep them engaged and trusting you. Also, take the time to get feedback on your own leadership and work on the culture. Resist the urge to expand your offering with additional products, services, and business models during early growth. These often confuse customers and consume additional resources and time when you can least afford the costs. Establish a formal change request process and analyze options. If you want maximum contributions from your team, they need to know the plan and have a role in creating it. Your job as a leader is to provide the resources to implement the plan, communicate it effectively to the team, and to bring on people who have the skills to make it happen. Many team members have learned from prior experience that talk of change and change failures is penalized rather than rewarded. Reward your team members in front of their peers, and make sure you're encouraging suggested changes. People need to be given new challenges and to keep learning to stay motivated and engaged. Keep up with new technology for internal processes, hire people with new skills, and provide industry training for exposure to new techniques and competition. The objectives of these strategies is to make business change a proactive opportunity rather than a crisis with high recovery costs and an excuse for failure. It's a mindset that you must adopt and nurture and build into the culture of your team. Life is too short to make it all pain and no joy. I recommend that you start now to look ahead, rather than fight to catch up. That's it from Inc. This article was written by Martin Zwilling. Read more from Martin and other business and thought leaders at Inc.com. Check back weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern for more tips from Inc.